Hello student, I am Mrs. Snehal Rahadgaonkar, Assistant Professor of Mathematics from Maharaja Agrasen International College, Raipur. Welcome students, in this session I am going to discuss about the Riemann integral. The topic Riemann integral is useful for BCA third year student and BSc third year students. There are contents which are discussed in this session. The first is definition of partition, norm or mesh of partition, upper and lower Riemann sum, some important lemma, theorem on upper and lower Darboux sums, proof of the theorem of upper and lower Darboux sum, Riemann integral, upper Riemann integral, lower Riemann integral, examples of Riemann integral and properties of Riemann integral, fundamental theorems of integral calculus. And proof of fundamental theorem of integral calculus. First, definition of partition. Let I is interval is equals to closed interval AB be the given closed and bounded interval in capital R. R shows the Riemann. Subdivided this interval closed interval AB into n subinterval by the means of points x1, x2 up to xn minus 1. Choose arbitrarily. Then a partition of I is a finite order set. Capital P is the point in I as defined below. P is equals to x0, x1, x2 up to xn, where A is equals to x0. It means the partitions, the first element x0 is equals to A and the last element xn is equals to B, and x0 is less than x1, x1 is less than x2. Every first element is less than a second element. Partition is also called a dissection or a net of division. The another is norm or mesh of partition. Let capital P is equals to A is equals to x0, x1, x2 up to xn. Xn is equals to B with any partition of closed interval AB, then the greatest of the length of the partition P, delta x1, delta x2, delta up to delta xn, denoted by the norm of P or mu of P, is called a norm or mesh of P. Thus, norm of P is equals to maximum delta xi is equals to I is equals to 1 to n. नॉर्म ऑफ पार्टीशन मीन्स क्या होगा, अगर हमारे पास कोई आई इंटरवल है, उस आई इंटरवल को हमने बहुत सारे सब इंटरवल में डिवाइड किया. सब इंटरवल में डिवाइड करने के बाद जिस सब इंटरवल की लेंथ सबसे ज़्यादा होगी वो हमारे पास क्या होगा, पार्टीशन का नॉर्म होगा या फिर मैश होगा. तो मैक्सिमम डेल्टा एक्स आई मतलब सब इंटरवल का डिफरेंस कह लीजिए, लेंथ कह लीजिए, ये हमारे पास क्या होता है, डेल्टा एक्स आई होता है. उसमें से मैक्सिमम मतलब सबसे ज़्यादा जिसकी लेंथ होगी वो हो जाता है नॉर्म ऑफ पार्टीशन और मैश ऑफ पार्टीशन. नेक्स्ट इज अपर एंड लोअर Riemann sum. Let closed interval AB is a closed and bounded interval in capital R and f is a function closed interval AB tends to R be a bounded function on closed interval AB. Let P is equals to x0, x1, x2 up to xn be the partition of I is equals to closed interval AB such that A is equals to x0 is less than x1 is less than x2 up to xn and xn is equals to B for I is equals to 1 to n. We suppose small mi and capital Mi. For upper and lower Riemann sum, we have to find small mi and capital Mi. Small mi is the infimum of f of x, because f of x is a function where x belongs to xi minus 1 xi, and capital Mi is equals to supremum of f of x where x belongs to xi minus 1 xi, and small mi and capital Mi are used in upper and lower Riemann sum. The lower Riemann sum of f over AB corresponding to the partition capital P is defined to be LPF, and LPF is equals to summation I is equals to 1 to n small mi del xi. In LPF we use in infimum, it means small mi, and the upper Riemann sum of f over the closed interval AB corresponding to the partition capital P is defined to be UPF. UPF is equals to summation I is equals to 1 to n capital Mi del xi. Capital Mi shows the supremum, and delta xi is equals to xi minus 1. Delta xi is the difference between xi minus 1. Now some important lemma which use in theorems and solving the questions, numerical problems, and this lemma, we use this lemma as a formula. Let f is a function, ab tends to r be the bounded function, and capital P is a partition of closed interval ab, then LPF is less than or equals to UPF. It means lower Riemann sum is less than or equals to upper Riemann sum. Next, the second is let f is a function, closed interval ab tends to r be a bounded function if P is a partition of ab and if P asterisk is a refinement of P, then first condition LP asterisk f is greater than or equals to LPF, and the second is UP asterisk f is less than or equals to UPF. It means refinement of LPF is greater than refinement of lower Riemann sum is greater than lower Riemann sum. Similarly, the refinement of the upper Riemann sum is less than or equals to upper Riemann sum. Third is let f is a function ab tends to r is a bounded, and if P1 and P2 are two partition of closed interval AB, then LP1F is less than or equals to UP2F, and the second LP2F is less than or equals to UP1F. Theorem on upper and lower Darboux sum. This is the most important theorem. The statement of the theorem is if f is a function, closed interval ab tends to r is bounded, then for any partition capital P of ab, LPF and UPF are bounded. Now another statement of the theorem is if f is a f be a real valued function defined on closed interval ab and small m and capital M are the infimum means greatest lower bound, and the supremum, it means least upper bound of f of x in closed interval ab, then for any partition capital B of AB we have small m a minus b is less than or equals to LPF is less than or equals to UPF is less than or equals to capital M b minus a. In proof of theorem, let P is equals to P is a partition, P is equals to A is equals to x0 comma x1 so on, xn is equals to b, be any partition of closed interval ab such that a is equals to x0 which is less than x1 is less than x2, and so on, xn minus 1 is less than xn is equals to b. Let small mi and capital Mi be the infimum and the supremum of f of x in the interval closed interval xi minus 1 comma xi. Then it is clear that m is less than or equals to mi is less than or equals to capital Mi is less than or equals to capital M for I is equals to 1 2 3 for and so on for up to n. Here small m it means infimum, and small mi is equals to infimum for delta xi, capital Mi is a supremum of delta xi, and capital M is a supremum of closed interval ab, which implies that in this equation we multiply delta xi in every part. Then we get small m delta xi is less than or equals to small mi delta xi is less than or equals to capital Mi delta xi is less than is equals to capital M delta xi, where I is equals to 1 to n. Then again multiply by again using summation also. Summation I is equals to 1 to n in each part of equation. Then we get summation I is equals to 1 to n small m delta xi is less than is equals to summation I is equals to 1 to m small mi delta xi is less than is equal to summation I is equals to 1 to n capital Mi delta xi less than is equals to summation I is equals to 1 to n capital M delta xi. This is equation number 1. For solving the equation number 1, we have to solve each part of the equation number 1. First of all, we solve the first part. The first part is summation I is equals to 1 to n small m delta xi. Small m is a constant. Then delta xi with summation delta xi is equals to xi minus 1. Then we put this value and simplify that. If I is equals to 1 2 3 for n, then we put the value of value of I. Then we get m is m into x1 minus x0, x2 minus x1, and so on. Then we see that after the cancellation of x1, x2, x3, xn minus 1, we get only x0 and xn, x0 with minus sign and xn with positive sign, and at the last m is equals to xn minus x0, and we know that xn is equals to b and x0 is equals to a, and we get equation number second. Equation number second, small m into b minus a. Similarly, we can show that the fourth part, summation I is equals to 1 to n capital M delta xi is equals to capital M b minus this is equation number third. Then by equation number 1, 2, 3, we get small m b minus a is less than is equals to LPF is less than is equals to UPF is less than is equals to capital M b minus a for any partition capital P of closed interval AB. Here LPF is a lower Riemann sum and UPF is upper Riemann sum, and the value of LPF is equals to summation I is equals to 1 to n small mi delta xi, and UPF upper Riemann sum is equals to summation I is equals to 1 to n capital Mi delta xi, which is implies that which is show that UPF and LPF are bounded if f is bounded. Now next, Riemann integral. Let a and b belongs to R with a is less than b. A function f from closed interval a b to R is said to be Riemann integrable on closed interval ab if and only if f is bounded on closed interval ab. And for every epsilon is greater than 0, there is a partition capital P of closed interval AB such that UPF minus LPF is less than epsilon. UPF it means upper Riemann sum and LPF it means lower Riemann sum. Then upper Riemann integral or upper R integral. Let f is a function closed interval AB tends to R be the bounded function. The upper Riemann integral of f of x over the closed interval AB is the infimum of upper Riemann sum UPF over all partition capital P belongs to partition P of P closed interval AB and is denoted by UPF. UPF it means upper Riemann sum, then denoted by integration a to b f of x dx. Thus, integration a to b f of x dx is equals to infimum UPF P belongs to P of AB. In upper Riemann integral, we use upper Riemann sum with infimum, and lower Riemann integral or lower R integral. Let f is a function AB tends to R be a bounded function. The lower Riemann integral of f of x over closed interval AB is supremum of a lower Riemann sum UPF over all partition capital P belongs to P of closed interval AB is denoted by LPF. LPF is a lower Riemann integral. Integration a to b f of x dx is equals to supremum of LPF where P belongs to closed interval AB partition of AB. We see that in lower Riemann integral we use lower Riemann sum with supremum. Next, example of the Riemann integral. Example is show that if f is defined on closed interval AB by f of x is equals to k, it means f of x is equals to constant for all x belongs to closed interval AB where k is a constant, then f belongs to R of AB. R it means Riemann integral, and integration of k in range of a to b dx is equals to kb minus a. Now solve this. For the solution, let capital P is a partition and we know that the partition P is equals to A is equals to x0, x1, x2 up to xn is equals to b, be any partition of closed interval AB. Then we know that small mi is the infimum, capital Mi is the supremum. Capital Mi is the supremum of f in delta xi, and we know that f of x is equals to k. Then the supremum of f of x is also k. Is k, and similarly infimum of f of x is equals to k. It means capital Mi is k and small mi is k. Both value are k. Then we have to solve UPF. UPF it means upper Riemann sum. The formula of UPF is equals to summation I is equals to 1 to n capital Mi del xi. And again we know that capital Mi is a constant is k. Then we put the value at the place of capital Mi is k. and delta xi. Delta xi, it means xi minus 1. We put the value of I is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, so on up to n. Then we get x1, x2, x3, xn minus all the element are cancelled because they are in positive and with a negative sign both. Then the remaining elements are xn minus x0, and we know that xn is equals to b and x0 is equals to a, and we find UPF is equals to b minus a, k into b minus a. Similarly, we solve a LPF. LPF is a lower Riemann sum, and the formula is summation I is equals to 1 to n small mi delta xi. Again, small mi is a constant k, and delta xi is equals to x close interval xi minus 1. Then we put the value I is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4 and up to n. Then we get k into b minus a. We see that UPF and LPF both value are same, k into b minus a. Then we have to find value are same. Then we have to find the integral. The upper Riemann integral a to b fx dx is equals to integration a to b k dx. K dx, the formula of upper Riemann integral is infimum UPF, and UPF's value is kb minus a, and infimum of kb minus a, k is a constant, b is a constant, a is a constant. The infimum of this value is the same value, is equals to kb minus a. Similarly, we have to find lower Riemann integral. Lower Riemann integral is equals, it means integration a to b fx dx. Integration a to b fx dx, fx is equals to k, and supremum of LPF p belongs to p of ab, and LPF is equals to also b minus a, and supremum kb minus a is equals to kb minus a. We also see that here upper Riemann integral and lower Riemann integral both value are same. If upper Riemann integral and lower Riemann integral's value same, it means the complete properties of Riemann integral. The linear properties of R integral. The first is, let f close interval ab tends to R be the R integrable function on close interval ab and k belongs to R. Then k into f is also belongs to R close interval ab, and integration a to b k f is equals to k integration ab f, because k is a constant. And the second is, let f and g belongs to close interval ab tends to R of ab, then minus f also belongs to R of ab, and integration a to b minus f of f is equals to minus integration a to b f. Third is, let I is equals to close interval ab, and let f is a function I tends to R be the R integrable on I if f of x is greater than or is equals to 0 for all x belongs to I. Then integration a to b f is greater than or is equals to 0. And another properties of Riemann integral, the integrability of the modulus integrable function. First is, if f is belongs to R integrable close interval ab, then mod of f is also belongs to R integral close interval ab, and mod of integration a to b f is less than or is equals to integration a to b mod of f. Second is, let f belongs to R of ab, then f plus also belongs to R of ab, and f minus is belongs to R of ab. Third is, let f belongs to R of ab, and let a is less than c and c is less than b. It means c is the element between a and b. Then f is belongs to R of ac, and f is belongs to R of cb, and ab in integration a to b f is equals to integration a to cf plus integration c to b f. Second is the integrability of the square of the integrable function. If f belongs to R of ab, then f into f is equals to f square is also belongs to R integrable ab. The integrability of the product, if f is a function which is belongs to R of ab and g is a function which is belongs to R of ab, then f into g, the product of both function, is belongs to R of ab. Fundamental theorem of integral calculus. This is most important theorem. Let f is a function which is belongs to R of ab, and capital F is a differentiable function on closed interval ab such that f dash x is equals to f of x. This is given part for all x belongs to ab. Then we have to prove a to b f of integration a to b f of x dx is equals to capital Fp minus capital F of a. We have fxi minus fxi minus 1 is equal to f dash xi del xi, where I is equals to 1 to n. Summation I is equals to 1 to n f dash xi into delta xi is equal to summation I is equals to 1 to n fxi minus fxi minus 1. We putting the summation in both sides. Then we know that f of xi with summation is f of p minus f of a. Hence by the equation number 1, mod of fp minus fa minus integration limit a to b f dash x dx and mod close less than epsilon. And if less than epsilon, then we can implies that f of p minus f of a is equals to integration a to b f dash x dx is equals to integration a to b fx dx, because we know that f dash x is equals to f of x. Hence we proved a to b f of x dx is equals to fp minus fa. This is the proof of our theorem. Thank you.